Portugal is serious wine country. It has the highest per person consumption of wine in the entire world. That's right, it's not France, it's not Italy, it's Portugal. Portugal also has the oldest demarcated wine region in the world, the Douro River Valley region. We're not trying wines from there. We're trying wines from its youngest region, the Algarve. The Wine Enthusiast magazine, a major wine publication, when talking about Portugal, doesn't even mention the Algarve region. It's kind of gotten the snub a little bit, we think.
We gave 3 wineries in the Algarve a try. Here's our plan. We bought 3 bottles of white wine from 3 separate wineries, and we're going to not only tell you about the wineries, it's a white label. We're not only going to be telling you about these wineries, we're going to be doing a taste test to see which one of these we like best. There are about 30 wineries in the Algarve region. We chose 3 within an easy drive of Albufeira. Quinta dos Vales, Morgado do Quintão, and Convento do Paraiso. Each one has a little something different to offer. Here are the wines we're going to try. We're wine newbies, so at the end of the video, we're going to do a blind taste test to see if our palates know anything. You did it! So first wine newbie thing, I know with reds you're supposed to let them breathe, so that way they taste better and stuff. But with whites, are you supposed to do that?
I don't think it's as big of a thing with whites, and again, I'm not an expert. And also I think because this is a younger wine, I think it's not as important. Like if this were an 8-year-old white wine, then maybe you should let it breathe more. But I'm not sure. If you know the answer, please post below. we are hoping to learn so much.
If I access my memory bank, usually when they pour us the white wine, they never tell us it has to breathe. So I think we're okay.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
We'll be fine.
This winery was very fancy and very classy, very big. It was probably the biggest winery that we checked out, isn't it?
It was the biggest, but when it comes to classy, it's not like it was classy pretentious. It was maybe a bit more modern, and there were a lot of cool funky sculptures all over the place, and the views were fantastic.
So that's where I got classy, I think, because of the art. Because art equals classy, am I not correct?
A couple of things that make this vineyard unique from the others we visited is that you can take a wine blending workshop and leave with your very own unique bottle of wine, or you can purchase a parcel of the vineyard and give winemaking a try, with help from the staff.
What's the bouquet? Okay, first test. Here we go. I've had 2 swigs, which again, I don't think that's what you say when you're trying wine.
Beer, you sip wine.
Okay, I've had 2 sips. Now I know that people that really know a lot about wine have a lot of adjectives to describe the wine. I would say it's light, it's crisp, it's clean.
I agree with those. One thing I didn't think about when we set all this up, I should not have poured us such big glasses. We don't have that many glasses.
Hang on till the end of the video, see if we make it through the video. Next wine. I improved the setup. Look at this. I could be like walking around a dinner party. I could be grabbing hors d'oeuvres with both hands, and my wine would just be sitting here. This is a great invention.
Next up, Morgado Do Quintão.
Looking for the main house.
Hang on, y'all. It's a bumpy ride.
Morgado do Quintão has been in the same family since the early 1800s. It was cool to see almond trees, olive trees, and fig trees as we walked around before the tasting.
In addition to wine tastings, Morgado do Quintão offers lunches, dinners, oysters with sparkling wine at sunset, and cooking workshops.
We thought we were going to be getting this tour of the winery, but they just had us sit at a picnic table with some delicious food and super awesome company.
Yes, we did get to walk around the vineyard a little bit.
Yeah.
And look at the vines and to see things starting to spring up. I very much appreciated that because some of the tapas I couldn't eat, they made Algarvian carrots for me, which was so nice. And I'm sure they were made ahead of time because it's like vinegar and carrots and some herbs. How's it going there?
Good. Ready? I think good. Here we go. E.T.
Did you go deep enough?
That's what she said.
Wait. E.T. phone home. Do you know what I'm talking to? He looks like E.T., does he? E.T. phone home.
I don't think it looks like E.T. We didn't finish the other glasses of wine, just so you all know. This is Chris just naturally.
All right. Let's try this. I feel it is delicious as well as the other one so far, 2 for 2. This one had, I thought, more of a, or it has more of a tanginess to it.
Even though we were at the vineyard and I didn't see any apple trees in sight, there's this feeling of like appley crispness to it, but it doesn't taste more crisp than the other one. I think it's a little bit sweeter. And it reminds me of like a Honeycrisp apple a little bit.
You think so? Because I think there's a little bit more sourness to it. And then, at the end, more of a tannin, like a tight thing. It pulls your tongue, like, I think it's a tannin or a strong finish. Not a strong finish.
Maybe a strong finish. I don't know if tannins are just in reds or if they're in both.
Yeah.
I don't know the answer.
Good point.
I have no idea.
These are things that
You
we will
might
learn.
be tasting tannins and I just don't know. Oh, but this has a beautiful story.
Oh.
The Count of Silvish fell in love with the sea and the vineyards of the Algarve. At the end of the 19th century, he planted his first vines at Morgado Do Quintão. Today, almost 200 years later, we celebrate his legacy and the real Algarve and this Algarvian white, made from the most notable local grape variety, Crato Branco. I just love that story. That's one of the things I love about wine is like the stories that go with the wines.
What I noticed, like going on all these wine tours, is not only do you get to learn about wines and taste wines, a lot of times you get to be in nature and you get to enjoy that aspect of it. And like that, it was actually at this winery where they had like a 2,000-year-old tree.
Olive tree.
An olive tree.
2,000-year-old olive tree.
2,000-year-old tree. Well, and then learning about the wine vines, or the grapevines, not the wine vines. Learning that process and how complicated it is to produce wine. Just learning that makes you appreciate the drink itself. And it's fascinating, and how every year it's, even though they're using the same grapes, it's going to taste different. And I thought that's kind of cool compared to like a Coca-Cola, which always is going to taste the same every year. Every batch they make, it's always the same. You know, these are kind of dangerous. I almost I had it sitting here on the table and I started moving and all of a sudden it started, dangerous.
We don't just taste wine, we live on the edge when we taste wine.
Yeah.
Not everybody does this.
Whoa! Hey, careful.
It's free.
Someone could have got hurt. All right, next one.
This one is ready, just waiting to be bottled. It is 100% Touriga Nacional, so it is the same grape you have tried.
Okay, Melissa, you just got wine out of the keg of the wine.
Well, for one, I believe it's a vat thing, so it's a little more sophisticated. And I didn't really go to kegger parties, so it doesn't remind me of that.
I went to a lot, so here's the experience.
Our last one, Convento do Paraiso. I believe I'm saying that right. And this one was in Silvish, kind of close to the castle, and had this fantastic story to go with it about this Moorish princess who was deceived by, I believe, a prince who was Christian, and it had to do with losing the castle in Silvish. And just, I don't know, it was great to hear a story that connected the land, the area, and the history. I love hearing stories like that. I mean, I wish like guys wouldn't deceive girls and all that. I mean, that kind of sucked, dude, that you did that. But
Jerkwad.
it makes for an interesting tale.
Mm-hmm. That's why all the dudes are doing that. They want to be interesting in 100 years or 500 years.
Dudes, get over yourself.
I think most guys are like that, are not that interesting. All right.
Located within Quinta de Matamoros, Convento do Paraiso is partially on land that was once part of the Convent of Our Lady of Paradise, a convent first founded back in the 15th century and decommissioned in the 19th century.
Here we go. Oh, that one's just like super like, it's not tangy, it's not overly sweet. It's just really mild in a good way.
I feel like it has more mineral to it.
Oh, really?
Like I sense a little.
I like it.
It's smooth.
That's very smooth.
And yet I feel like it has a bite to it. It's crisp and light.
But now, of the three that you've tasted, do you have a favorite?
I think I'm going to go with this one. It's a really tough choice because they are all great and I would drink all of them. I have drank a little bit of all of them and I plan to help finish the bottles.
All right tonight?
No, that would be crazy. But I'm thinking I'm going with this one.
Yeah? All right.
Which is yours?
I've thought it through, and see, again, I don't know enough about wine drinking and tasting and judging. So I don't know if I like this one the best because it's the last one I had, but it is what I'm thinking.
Oh,
so I
really?
agree with you, yeah. To spice things up, I'm gonna put a blindfold on Melissa. I'm gonna have her try these three wines, and we're going to see which one she likes best when she can't see and she doesn't know which one she's having, to see if that matters. This is not a sponsorship for
Although I
Body
do
Shop?
love the Body Shop.
Am I doing this right?
And I love their laugh.
You know what? You do it. You do it. Okay, let's see. You look really cool. I don't know why
Is
you
my
just...
hair sticking up weird anywhere?
Yeah, it is a little bit.
All right, fix the hair.
I fix it. Okay, guys, these are the wines. Wine number one. Here you go. It's in your hand. What do you think?
One moment.
All right.
I'm thinking that's Morgado Do Quintão.
You think so? Okay. Here is your
That
second.
was number one.
Here's your second one. The tension is so high. Whew.
I think that's Dos Vales. But that one and the last one were so close.
So you were saying Dos Vales?
I think.
Okay. And this is your third wine.
I'm really glad I'm not like taking a sommelier test right now. Just gotta say, it's gotta be so stressful.
I bet you if there's probably sommeliers watching this, they're like, oh my God. And they're like feeling very secure in their job. They're like, I'm not losing my job anytime soon, I can tell you that.
Oh no, have I been totally wrong on everything? No.
No, why? You don't like that?
This is, well, I don't think this one is the Silvish one. Or the Paraiso. Okay, I'm gonna say I like the second one best. I think this one is Morgado Do Quintão. And that the first one was Dos Vales.
Okay.
Can I take off the blindfold?
Take off the blindfold.
Okay, how did I do? How did I do?
There you go. That's the order you had them. So the one you liked the best when you could see, you did not like the best when you couldn't see it.
Oh, interesting. I was so convinced that that wasn't it. And that the second one was it.
Honey, put the blindfold on. Okay. Jeez.
Can you see?
Here, try a test. Are you holding up anything in front of me? Okay. What are you doing? Hopefully the camera is on me because I can't really tell if I have the camera on me or not.
No, he doesn't.
Okay. I think this was the second wine we had, which I don't remember what the second wine was. I think it was not the Grace. What was the first wine we tried, honey? Was it the Grace?
The first was the Grace, the second was the Morgado Do
The white label
Quintão.
one?
Yep, the white label.
I think this is the white label one. Delicious. I don't know if I'm right. What? That was uncalled for. I think this is the Grace one. I think. Okay.
All right, you ready for number 3?
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, here's number 3. All right, so none of the 3 wines feel as smooth as the last one we had. And maybe it's because I can't see them. I do not know. Okay, so if I had to pick the one I like the best, and this isn't very scientific, I'm gonna go with this one. Can I take it up?
So it's just always the last one you've tasted. That's what you like the best. The last one that's in your hand is number 1.
Okay.
I think they all just taste so good, and so it's like varying levels of goodness in a specific moment in time.
Yeah, and then there's the breathe factor. We're not having foods, and it's other wines complementing other wines. So that's, I'm assuming, mixing things up. So, sommeliers, are we screwing this up? Have you enjoyed this?
Do we really need to ask? Yes, of course we are. However, I think one thing we know is that Algarve wines are delicious.
Ultimately, yes, I enjoy Algarve wines.
I think they are, and again, clearly I'm no expert, as you all just saw, but especially in summertime, I just am like, I just enjoy and sit out on the deck and.
Yeah. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to see us do more tastings of wine, let us know in the comments below. But I gotta say, this was thumb up above big time.
Oh yes.
Take a wine tour, buy some wine.
Have a good time.
Have a good time. There's nothing more to it.